Can't help it. We all love John, and I did have a really dear connection with him. There was a mutual respect there. It was a few weeks after he passed, and I was down in Louisiana on this very old plot of land, this really historic place. I was with some girlfriends, and I was not doing really well. I was not in a good headspace. Not only did I just lose a friend and a hero, but I was going through a divorce freshly, and I was really sad. And this is where it gets crazy. One night when I was down there, I don't know how else to explain it. This is not something I was looking for. John, his spirit came to me. He contacted me. And again, it really came out of the blue. Of course, I love John just as much as anybody and loved our connection, but trying to get in touch with John Prine's spirit just sounds like something a corny Americana artist would tell Rolling Stone. So I wasn't looking for that, okay? But it came to me. I have witnesses there that saw this, that know this, my closest girlfriends, my sister. It was, I can only really describe it as in a dreamlike kind of state. I had this very cerebral, very real conversation with him, and it started off with him giving me a message, and I almost want to cry talking about it because it came at a time when I really needed to hear it. But he said, "Walk in peace, just walk in peace," and that's not even a phrase I'd ever heard before, you know. And what continued was, again, just very real, visceral conversation. There were messages for Fiona. I called her in the middle of the night with this, you'll never believe what happened. I've always kind of been into witchy stuff, but nothing like this has ever happened in my life, ever. So anyway, long story short, the next day I was leaving New Orleans and I was on a plane back to Nashville, and I was by myself, and I was sitting in my seat, and I was looking out the window, and I can only just describe the most biblical, beautiful sunset I've ever seen in my life. It was stunning. And I was kind of thinking about, the experience that I'd had the night before. And I kind of started dozing off on the plane, and this walk in peace tapped on my shoulder, and it flooded me in a way that so I don't really write a lot of songs by myself. I love collaboration. This thing hit me like a lightning bolt. I mean, I was kind of half awake, half asleep, but it came in the form of lines that made sense. They rhymed. I heard the chords. They sounded like a hymn. I don't really write music that sounds like that, and I truly believe in my soul that in some weird way, as crazy as it sounds, I was a vessel, maybe a vessel for some comfort, a message for Fiona or whatever. And it's funny because, one time John and I actually tried to sit down and write a song in his house one day. This is early on, and I was like, oh my God, my hero, we're gonna write a song, it's gonna be amazing, it's gonna be a hit. Yeah, right, okay, we just sat and talked. The song didn't come out that day, but he imparted a bunch of stories, a bunch of humor and stuff. So in whatever way possible, whatever's out there that we can't explain, I got my John Prine song, and I wanted to share it with you guys today. It's called Walk in Peace.